Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Let's get these set up here so you guys can see me okay. All right. I think we're good to go. All right. Happy Wednesday, everybody. For those of you who are new and me, my name is Maddie. I am the occupational therapist at Elite Therapy Solutions. I currently work at the Westchester as well as the Coatesville Clinic, and we also provide home visits. Good morning. So for any of your PT or OT needs, you can stick around to the end of this video. I always leave the number to our main office at the end if you'd like to give us a call. If you don't know if you need or want PT or OT, we are always happy to consult with you. All right, as with any exercise program, if at any point during your workout you begin to feel faint, dizzy, or have any physical discomfort, please stop immediately and consult with a medical professional. All right, it is Wednesday, which means today is arm day, which is wonderful because my legs are sore from our leg workout the other day. I think I maybe pushed it a little too much, but hopefully you guys felt like you got a good workout. We're going to get those arms moving today, so hopefully you guys are ready. My little mini announcement is if you ever want to use a weight with any of these exercises for a little more of a challenge, you are more than welcome to, because we are no longer doing an easier and a more challenging class. If you want to add a weight to make it more challenging, please feel free to do so at your own discretion. And if you don't have hand weights at home, you can always use something like a can of soup, a book, a quart or half gallon of milk. Whatever you'd like to use is fine by me, as long as you guys feel like you're getting a challenge in. All right, we're going to get started with our warm-up stretches. So when you're ready, we're going to take that left arm, reach it across our body, give it a good stretch. Ooh, hopefully my arms don't burn like my legs did the other day. Those single leg lifts really killed me at the end. We're going to switch arms in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop that left arm, bring that right arm across, give it a good stretch. And we're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's stretch out those triceps a bit. If you can, bring that left arm up over that head. We're stretching out that left tricep. If you can't bring it over your head, bring it down in front of you, kind of across your neck here. Whatever you guys are able to do. Just want to get a good tricep stretch in. That's the back of your arm. And we're going to switch arms in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stretch out that right tricep. Good. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop those arms down. We're going to change it up a little bit today. We're going to do some shoulder rolls backwards. So roll those shoulders back, giving me some shoulder circles. We're going to change directions and roll those shoulders forward in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll those shoulders forward. I always feel like a locomotion with my arms moving. Good. We're going to stop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stretch out our forearms. Take that left hand, stick it straight out in front of you like you're saying stop. Pull back on those fingers. We're keeping that left arm nice and straight. You're going to get a good forearm stretch in. You can either keep that arm up or drop it down by your side, but either way, keep that left arm straight. We're going to switch sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand comes out like you're saying stop. Pull back on those fingers. Getting a good forearm stretch in. Good, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop those arms down. We're going to stretch out those necks a bit. Take that right ear, put it down towards that right shoulder. Stretch out the left side. If you're not getting a good stretch, pull that left shoulder down. You should feel it then. We're going to switch sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left ear towards left shoulder. Pull that right shoulder down if you need to. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Go ahead and drop that chin down towards your chest. Roll the tops of those shoulders forward. Get a good stretch across the top of your back. And come back to center in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll those shoulders back, squeeze those shoulder blades together, open up your chest and point your chin towards the ceiling. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, come back to center. All right, go ahead and give me 5 neck circles, either direction, doesn't matter to me, but please don't make yourself dizzy. Once you've given me 5 in one direction, go ahead and give me 5 in the opposite. All right. Once you're done with your neck circles, you're going to give me some wrist rolls. So roll those wrists in either direction like you're mixing cake batter. We're going to change directions in 3, 2, 1. Go the opposite way. My wrists are going to click clack. And we're going to stop in 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake those arms out. Get ready because we're going to get started with our first exercise. Like I stated in the beginning, if you'd like to use a weight, you are more than welcome to, but I always show these exercises without a weight. I can always show them with a weight as well, but you are more than welcome to do what is comfortable for you. All right, we're going to start with our bicep curls. So for these guys, we're going to start with those arms down by our side. Whether you're holding a weight or not, I want you to make a fist. Place those palms towards the camera, towards me, then make a fist holding on to those weights. We're going to be bending those elbows up, bringing those fists up towards our shoulders using that bicep muscle, and then we're going to slowly lower those arms back down to our side. When you come to the bottom, do not let that weight bounce or those hands. We don't want to use the momentum. We just want to be controlling those hands all the way up and all the way down. We're going to do 10 bicep curls. Here we go. All the way up to the shoulders. All the way down. That's 1. 2. Control those weights in those hands. 3. Keep those elbows tucked in. 4. 5. Halfway there already. 6. 7. Good. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. And 10. All right. We're going to move into our next one, which is our shoulder press. So I want you to think that you're holding an imaginary bar across your chest. Bring those fists up to shoulder height. We're going to be raising that imaginary bar all the way up over the head, keeping those arms nice and straight. and then bringing that imaginary bar back down to shoulder height. I want you to make sure that you're pulling those shoulders back a bit, so when you move those arms, your scapulas are moving as well. We're going to do 10 of these. Here we go. All the way up over the head, back down to shoulder height. That's 1. Pull those shoulders back. 2, 3, 4. Make sure those scapulas are moving. 5, halfway there. 6, 7, keep it up. 8, 2 more. 9, last one. And 10. All right, we're gonna move into our tricep extensions. We haven't done these in a few weeks. So whether you're holding a weight or not holding a weight, I want you to imagine, if you're not holding a weight, that you are holding one. You're gonna take that right fist, touch it to the back of your shoulder, kind of like you're touching your shoulder blade. Elbow is up by the side of our head or up by our ear. So your elbow's up, hand is back. We're going to be extending that arm up nice and straight, like Lady Liberty holding the torch. And then we're going to be bending that elbow again, bringing that hand to the back of our shoulder. We're doing 10 on the right, then we'll do 10 on the left. Here we go. All the way up, and back down. That's 1. We're working the back of our arm here. That's our tricep muscle. 2, 3, 4. Make sure you've got a nice straight elbow. 5, halfway there. 6, 7. If you are using a weight and you can't get to 10, just get to as many as you can. 8, 9, last one. And 10. Good, we're gonna drop that right arm. Left arm comes up, touch the back of your shoulder with that left hand. Elbows up by our head, extend that arm all the way up. 10 times, here we go. All the way up, back down, that's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. All right. We're going to move into our imaginary snow angels, also known as shoulder abductions. So take those palms, they're going to face towards me. Arms are starting down by our side. You can keep those palms open, or if you're using a weight, grab onto that weight. We're keeping those arms straight the entire time. Hopefully I don't knock anything over because I do have long arms. Keeping those arms straight, we're going to make an imaginary snow angel. So you're going to bring those arms all the way up, and then they're going to come all the way back down. Notice those arms don't bend at all. Keep them straight. We're going to go for 10. Here we go. All the way up, making those imaginary snow angel wings. That's 1. 2. Notice it's a slow movement. We're not flying through them. 3. Keeping our shoulders back. 4. Getting some good scapular motion. 5, halfway there. 6, 7, keep it going. 8, 2 more. 9, last one, and 10. Good. All right, we're gonna move into our seated rowers. So for these, I'd like you to bring your hands out into what I like to call Superman pose. So those arms are about shoulder height, fists are facing forward. You're holding that imaginary bar out in front of you. We're going to be rowing, so we're bringing that imaginary bar back towards our chest. We're squeezing those shoulder blades back together, and then we're pushing that imaginary bar back out in front of us. Keep those arms up the whole time. We're going for 10. Here we go. Pull it back, squeeze those shoulder blades, and push. That's 1, 2, 3. Keep those arms up. 4, 5. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. All right, we're gonna move into our last exercise in this set. That's gonna be our boxer punches. So our fists are gonna come up to chin height, elbows are bent. We're gonna be throwing that right punch towards the left and that left punch towards the right. So right towards left, left towards right. We're not snapping that elbow open. It's a nice soft extension. And then we bring that fist back into chin height again. We're gonna alternate those arms. We're going to 10. Here we go. Don't snap those elbows. 1, 2, 3. Get those arms fully extended. 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep it going. 8, 9. One more. And 10. All right. We're going to take our 1-minute break. Please remember to stay hydrated. Grab a sip of water during your break. I'm going to blow my nose as well, per usual. When I exercise, my nose just starts flowing. I don't know what it is about warming up the body that makes my nose just run, but it just runs. All right. Hopefully you guys are feeling good. Arms are feeling a little warmed up. That's the goal. All right, we're gonna get started with that second set of exercises. So we're gonna start with those bicep curls. Drop those hands down by your side, keeping those shoulders back. We're sitting up nice and tall. Bend those hands up towards that shoulder, then lower it all the way back down. Don't let those hands or those weights bounce at the bottom. Come to a complete stop before moving into the next repetition. All right, 10 bicep curls. Here we go. All the way up and all the way down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, fully extend those elbows. 5, 6, 7, keep it up. 8, 9, one more, and 10. All right, we're gonna move into our shoulder press. So hold that imaginary bar at shoulder height. Make sure those shoulders are back. We're sitting up nice and tall. You're raising that imaginary bar all the way up over the head and then bringing it back down to shoulder height. Make sure you get good scapular motion when you do these. All right, 10 shoulder presses. Here we go. All the way up, all the way back down. That's 1, 2, keep those shoulders back. 3, 4, 5, good, halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9, we got one more, and 10. All right, we're gonna move into those tricep extensions. So grab a hold of that weight or that imaginary weight, touch it to the back of that right shoulder, elbow is up by our head, extend that arm all the way up, and then all the way back down. 10 times on the right, here we go. All the way up, and back down, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, over the halfway mark, 7, 8, keep that elbow up, 9, last one, and 10. Drop that right arm. We're going to do the same on the left. Take that left hand, touch the back of your shoulder, elbows up by your head, 10 times. Here we go. All the way up, and back down, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway there, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one, and 10. All right. We're going to move into those imaginary snow angels, also known as shoulder abductions, but I think snow angels sounds nicer. And take those arms, drop them down by your side. Palms are facing towards me. We're keeping those arms straight the entire time. They come all the way up over the head and then back down 10 times. Here we go. All the way up. Keep those shoulders back. All the way back down. That's 1, 2, good. Arms are straight. 3, 4, 5, keep it going. 6, 7, good. 3 more. 8, 9, 1 more. All the way up and back down. That's 10. Okay, we're going to do our seated rowers. So those arms are going to come out in Superman pose, holding that imaginary bar out in front of us. You're bringing it back towards your chest, squeezing those shoulder blades back behind you, then pushing those arms back out again 10 times. Here we go. Pull it back, squeeze those shoulder blades, push it out. That's 1, 2, squeeze, 3, 4, 5, good. 6, keep those arms up. 7, 8, 2 more, you guys got it, push it. 9, last one. And 10. All right. Last exercise in this set is going to be those boxer punches. Remember not to snap those elbows open. It's a nice soft extension. Right goes towards left, left goes towards right. We are alternating those arms and going to 10. Here we go. 1, 2, get those elbows moving. 3, 4, 5, halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. All right, we're gonna take our 1-minute break. Stay hydrated, grab a sip of water, blow your nose if you're like me. We've got one more round of exercises and then our cool down stretches. All right. If you haven't been using a weight up until this point and you think you'd like to try, if you don't have those hand weights, grab a can of soup or a heavy purse, whatever you've got lying around. Even a book might work, something that you can easily grip and not drop, and try and make it a little more of a challenge if you find that these are just a little too easy for you, which is okay. All right, we're gonna get started with that last round of exercises. So we're gonna start with those bicep curls, starting with those arms down by our side. We're gonna make this last round a little bit challenging. If you are using a weight, you're still gonna go to 10 for all these exercises. If you're not using a weight, see if you can push it to 12. We're gonna do 12 repetitions for all of these exercises if you are not using a weight. All right, see if you can push it a little bit. We're gonna move into our bicep curls. Don't let that weight bounce at the bottom. Give me 12. Here we go. All the way up, all the way back down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, come to a complete stop at the bottom. 5, 6, halfway there for those without a weight. 7, 8, 9, 10, push it for 2 more. 11, last one, and 12. All right, we're gonna move into that shoulder press. So bring that imaginary bar up to shoulder height, raise it all the way up over the head, make sure those shoulders are back, pull them back a little bit. 12 times without a weight. Here we go. All the way up and all the way back down. That's 1. Push that bar up. 2, 3, 4, 5, get those arms nice and straight. 6, halfway there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, keep it going. 11, last one. And 12. All right. Hopefully you're getting a little more of a burn. We're going to go into those tricep extensions. Take that right hand, touch it towards the back of that right shoulder. Keep that elbow up by that head. Don't let it drop forward or drop down. You want to keep it up. 12 times on the right. Here we go. All the way up over the head. Back down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Keep it going. 6. Halfway there. 7. 8. 9. 10. 2 more. Push yourselves. 11. Last one. And 12. Good. Drop that right arm, which I'm sure is burning. Pick up that left. We're doing the same thing 12 times. Here we go. All the way up. Back down. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Keep that elbow up. 6. Halfway there. 7. 8. 9. 10. 2 more. You guys have got it. 11. Last one. And 12. Good job. All right, we're going to move into those imaginary snow angels. So palms are facing me. Hands are down by your side. Keep those arms nice and straight. They go all the way up over the head and all the way back down. 12 times. Here we go. All the way up. All the way back down. That's 1. It's a nice slow motion. 2. We want to control those arms. 3. 4. 5. 6. Keep those arms moving. You're halfway there. 7. 8. 9. Guys got 3 more. 10. Keep it going. You guys have got it. 11. Last one. Make it a good one. And 12. All right. Shake those arms out a little bit if you need to. We're going to move into those seated rowers. So again, those hands come out in front of us in that Superman pose. That bar is in front of us, or imaginary bar. You're bringing that bar back towards your chest. Squeeze those shoulder blades back behind you, kind of like you're trying to pinch a paper clip between those shoulder blades, and then push that arm or those arms back out in front of you. We're going to go to 12. Do as many as you can. Here we go. Pull it back, squeeze those shoulder blades, push it back out. That's 1. Keep those arms up. 2. 3. Squeeze. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, you guys are doing great, keep it up. 10, you got 2 more. Squeeze those shoulder blades, push it back out. That's 11, last one. And 12, good job. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm feeling it. All right, last exercise in this set, and then we're going to take our break and do our cool down stretches. We're going to do our boxer punches. So remember, don't snap those elbows open. You're just softly extending them as if you're handing something to somebody, not actually punching anyone, and then bringing that fist back in. Right towards left, left towards right. Alternate those arms and give me 12. Here we go. Make sure you push those arms out as far as you can. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep it up. You guys are doing great. 8, 9, 10, 2 more. 11, last one. And 12. All right. Good job today, guys. All right, we're going to take our 1-minute break. Please grab your sips of water, take a rest, shake it out if you need to. We're going to come back and start those cool down stretches in 1 minute. Right. I wish I could see you all so I could see if you guys have burning arms like I do. Hopefully you feel like you got a little bit of a good workout in this morning for this hot Wednesday. All right, we are going to get started with our cool down stretches. So when you're ready, come on back and join us. We're first going to take that left arm, reach it across our body, give it a good stretch. They worked hard for us today. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch arms. Bring that right arm across. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stretch out those triceps a bit. Take that left arm, reach it up over your head if you're able to. Give it a good stretch. Kind of like we did our tricep extensions. We're just stretching it out now. We're going to switch arms in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and stretch out that right tricep. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop those arms down. We're going to do some shoulder rolls. Roll those shoulders back. We're going to change directions and roll them forward in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll those shoulders forward, looking like a locomotion. And we're going to stop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to stretch out those forearms a bit. Take that left hand, stick it out straight in front of you. Pull back on those fingers. Keep that left arm nice and straight. You can keep it up or drop it down, but either way, that left arm should stay straight and you're pulling back on those right fingers. I'm sorry, on those left fingers. We're going to switch hands in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand comes out like you're saying stop. Pull back on those right fingers. Either keep that arm up or drop it down, but keep that arm straight. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's stretch out those necks a bit. Take that right ear, put it down towards that right shoulder. Stretch out the left side of your neck. Pull that left shoulder down if you need a better stretch. We're going to switch sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left ear towards left shoulder. Pull that right shoulder down if you need to. And we're going to come back to center in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and drop that chin down towards your chest. Roll the tops of those shoulders forward, kind of arch the top of your back. We're getting a good stretch across the top of our shoulder blades. We're going to come back to center in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Go ahead and roll those shoulders back. Squeeze those shoulder blades back behind you. Open up your chest and point your chin towards the ceiling. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. All right, go ahead and give me 5 neck circles either direction. Doesn't matter to me, but please don't make yourself dizzy. Once you've given me 5 in one direction, go ahead and give me 5 in the opposite. Good. All right. Once you can see straight again, we're going to finish with our 3 deep breaths. We breathe in through the nose. We blow out through the mouth. We breathe in for the count of 4. We blow out for the count of 4. And we're doing it 3 times. Here we go. That's 1. 2. Last 1. And that's 3. All right, folks, that is going to complete our Wednesday morning workout. Thank you so much for joining me. To get an exercise plan customized to your specific needs, please call 610-594-2060 to consult with a licensed healthcare professional at Elite Therapy Solutions. Thanks again for joining me, guys, and I look forward to seeing you all on Friday. Bye.